What is up, everybody? How are you guys doing today? And welcome to the very first episode reviewed for the Purge TV series. This is the very first episode. Not really calling this like a season or a series. Should you tune in? Stick around to find out. Maybe, maybe not. The Purge TV series, who would have thought? This first episode was kind of interesting, and it split a lot of people from what I've been reading online and a lot of reviews. They're either on the side that
it was alright. Nah. Should have just made the movie. Nah.
And it's interesting because when you see what people say about if they didn't like the series. So I was really looking forward to the Purge TV, but this first episode was so slow and drawn out. They should have just made another movie. There's like 5 different storylines to follow, and I feel it's so packed with nothing. So far anyway, I hope it gets better. That was a review that I saw on Twitter, and I didn't quite understand what the person was talking about. Slow and drawn out, 5 different storylines. So the Purge, I was not quite sure when they first kicked this off, how was this going to go? Was this going to be like an anthology? Was this going to follow during the Purge and different people throughout the Purge, or like a Twilight Zone type of thing? And I have to say that the direction that they took with this TV series or event, I think was spot on. If you've seen the Purge movies, you're more interested in the universe, or at least you're kind of know to set up, you're interested in the story. If you did not see the Purge films, it's okay for you to go ahead and watch this. Like, you're gonna learn everything, you're gonna get caught up. I think that was a good enough job on that front to kind of blend the story this way. So it's telling basically a storyline of 3 separate characters and their journey through the Purge. Basically what makes them kind of do certain things or go certain ways is how it's going to expand throughout the story. In the movie, it's, only like an hour and 20, 30 minutes, and it could be over. In the show, it's almost like 9, 10 hours when you really think about the expansive timeline of this. So they have to make it interesting. And I have to say, some of the storylines I think are really, really interesting, and some of them kind of have a few problems here and there. Well, first we're going to talk about the storyline of the brother and the sister. We're talking about Miguel, who is a returning home U.S. Marine. He is on the lookout for his sister, who kind of went away from this hospital that she was at. And the dynamic there is, it's okay. Miguel's character, he kind of just reminds me of someone else that we've seen in the Purge already, but not as good as that character. Maybe there's time for him to grow. Maybe he'll become what that character is by the time we get to like the 3rd and 4th episode, because we see that he's a Marine, so they kind of set up that he knows how to use weapons and combat, and he has that military style training, so that's going to help him survive in the Purge. Now, Penelope, on the other hand, she is in a cult, and the cult is pretty crazy. They have this really, strange Jamestown kind of cult type thing going on. We also have Jane, who is a dedicated hard worker, finance professional. That's what she does, I guess, at this building. We see her kind of go to this building. It's a lockdown. We don't get too much about her character except for there's little hints here and there that she's stressed and she's meeting someone down in the lower level during the Purge, and there's some sort of transaction there, but I did learn what that was only by reading the Wikipedia for the characters. So I will spoil that a little bit later on. And we also have Rick and Jenna, who's the married couple. Their storyline is kind of interesting too. I found it a bit of a mystery because we don't quite know where they fit in the Purge universe. Like, are they for the Purge? Are they not? Straight on to what is good about the Purge TV series. As far as the first episode, I have to say they did a fantastic job of building that anticipation for what is the Purge. They had these clocks shown every so often, and it would count down like 30 minutes to the Purge, 20 minutes to the Purge. And you felt that anticipation, you felt that tension that the Purge is coming. Like, are these characters gonna be okay? For a TV show, I have to say, it fits in the vibe of the Purge. It looks like the Purge. It doesn't have that TV quality to it where you say like, oh, this looks like a cheap version of the movie. I'm sure it's not going to be as big budget as the movie, because the movies, range from 3 million to like 15 million on the budget, and they can turn a gross profit. This is a TV series in which they have to kind of shorten the budget, and all the Purge action scenes, they have to do them very, very smart, where the action is ramped up and it's picked up in the streets. Maybe we'll get that a little bit later on, or maybe it'll be sprinkled throughout the episode, but I felt like this fits in the vibe of the Purge universe. With everything good comes something bad. And there was a few bad things in this first episode. I don't think it was slow or drawn out, or there was too many characters to follow. There was only the married couple, the brother, sister, and Jane. That was it. Only 3 characters that really are main characters to follow, or their storylines. But I have to say, the overall in-your-face, like blue stuff, it was just a little bit too much. And that is just a small gripe I had. I get it with the cult. They were wearing the blue hoodies. They were having the blue flowers. It's a blue bus, blue lights. At the party, there's flowers, there's cakes, there's cookies, all blue. I get it. Support the Purge. You have blue flowers. I get it. You have blue stuff. But it just felt kind of like too much, a bit too much, in my opinion. When they get to the cleansing ground, as they call it, or something weird they called it in the show, I felt that she was so psychotic in this cult, and she was crazy, and you can see she's smiling and she's believing all of this stuff. And when they get to the cleansing ground and the first victim is killed in front of them, which I don't know why you would do that, because then it would make everybody else kind of like, I don't want to be killed. Cult 101. People, come on. Think. When she sees the first killing, you can see already on her face the disdain, the shock, the horror. She's like, oh God, like, I don't want this. And it just kind of killed that whole cult thing, like, immediately. If we saw her kind of like shift in ways throughout, like maybe the second and third episode, rather than just like right there, the killing, and then suddenly she switched off. If they would have zoomed in on her and she kind of had this evil smile, I think it would have set it up better. It would have made you really scaresome for this character. And what I was talking about with the married couple, Rick and Jenna, the married couple, there's this whole threesome thing that they kept bringing up. They brought it up, I think, 2 times with some rather steamy scenes, which we haven't seen in the Purge before. We haven't seen sex involved at all or talked about. So it was kind of interesting, but kind of just weird. I don't think it fit very well in the storyline. It didn't need to be in there, but I do have a theory on that. And spoiler, I think in the future that's going to be something where the wife and her kind of has something going on, a relationship, but that's just a theory. I see Jane, and this is spoiler alert, she hired an assassin to come and to kill. I'm going to take a guess that it is her boss, who also, I'm just going to throw that out there, had Billy Baldwin or William Baldwin, one of the Baldwins were featured in there. I felt that was just really, really bad placing. I wish they just wouldn't even had him in there. It took me immediately out of the show once I saw him. Purge movies, if you do not know, they usually have actors that we've never seen before, so it kind of brings that fresh reality, like this could be me going through the Purge or you going through the Purge. That was just another little small gripe I had with the series, but that has been it for this review on the first episode of the Purge TV show series event. What do you guys think about it? Leave it down in the comment section. Are you a fan of the Purge? Are you watching this? Are you going to stay with it or you're not? leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna do episode 2 next week. It'll probably be up on Friday to give you time to actually watch the show. So that's how it's gonna be. Every single Friday, Purge TV series episode review. Adios. I'm out of here. Peace out.